The snare bomb will go down in metal history as a part of the culture.
Is sound guy offensive?
No.
Is that like being? It's like if you're a stripper and you say stripper, like is it? I'm an exotic dancer.
I started noticing that Riff Lounge was becoming that thing.
Oh, thanks, man.
What are you going into? Are you going the Scarlet?
Dude, I'm glad you asked about that.
Oh, here they go.
So I obviously have 4 mic inputs now.
This way.
And before I was using a 2 mic input, the regular like entry level.
Where's the other 2?
I have 4 mics now, but before that I was using that little Scarlet down there.
Yep, the 2i2.
Yeah, exactly. And then I feed it, Scarlet, and this is where the audio goes. It goes from these 2 augs, and they joins into one, which goes directly into that camera.
That's tight.
Now the issue is that it doesn't.
Does it record in the camera or on your computer?
Into the camera.
Oh, so you can put it into like an interface mode and use the audio from these mics as the built-in recording to your video file?
This is the if I were to unplug that, the audio will be just regular camera crappy audio.
That's
but
tight.
this is replacing that. So it's just direct feed.
And then where does that video and audio get stored? SD card there?
Yeah. I have a.
And then you
an
just
SD
load
card.
it into the computer to do editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically.
That's
So
sick,
it's that much simpler for me.
Actually, now that you mention it, I can see it metering up there. That's dope. Check.
Yeah.
Do you have like a limiter on it so it won't go past a certain level? It looks like it's stopping right there every time.
I did something to it. I researched everything that I do. I couldn't tell you.
YouTube University, baby.
I think I have a Sigma cum laude in there. But I'll research everything. But I'll do it one time and I'll just forget what I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As long as it's set up and it doesn't break.
Right.
You're good.
But the issue now is, like I was telling you, I have 4 mics now. So now the other 2 mics don't go in there. Only the first 2 mics.
Oh, so those are going into whatever you're recording with.
I don't know, man.
Oh, you're wondering if that, because it's come. I get it now. I'm locked in. I got you.
Okay.
So your 4 mics are all going into the front of this Scarlet, right?
Right.
Then, out of a left, right, out, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
1/4 inch left, right, out.
Yeah.
That you can adjust volume with up here. It's going 1/8 inch into there. So it should actually be the sum of all 4 of these mics going through the left, right, as long as these are gained up and on. And I see.
If I have the other 2 mics plugged in, it'll receive it. The interface will receive it.
And send it to that camera?
It does not send it to that camera. The other 2 mics.
Okay.
So, yeah, to be honest, I haven't even I researched a little bit. I think I need one of those, what do you call it? Like a little board type, or what do they call it? It's like a...
I think you just need to go into the Focusrite software and tell those 2 inputs to go to those outputs.
That's what I was thinking too.
It should literally, and it should be, their shit's real easy. Like once you download it and open it up, you should immediately see where to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I love about those. And they sound good.
Yeah, man. They're good for everyone. I mean, that's
what Full Sail gives I got a huge 18i20 or something, like a 8-channel inputs with 6 outputs Focusrite.
Oh, damn.
That thing was sick, dude.
It's a lot, man.
I ended up selling it for live console gear, but super sick while I had it.
Is that your favorite interface that you use? Do you have an interface?
So actually, currently I don't, because I'm touring so much and doing so much of the live multi-tracking stuff. I literally if I have a recording gig, I take my Midas.
Okay.
And just USB right into Ableton, multi-track everything, and then mix it wherever. Shit, it's fucking 2026, man.
Can you tell us a little about what you do right now? By the way, we already started rolling. If that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean everything that encompasses. I would imagine anything that you could think of when it comes to live audio stuff. I mean, I do.
That's perfect. Yeah.
I do a lot of band, sure, but there's just even on the walk up here, we were kind of talking about the corporate side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of companies that rent out halls and also will get a PA system and an engineer and all the money and people that go with it. And honestly, they kind of pay the most. Mm-hmm. So a mix of corporate audio stuff.
When you say corporate, are you working for like a Walmart corporate, like, or is it like?
I haven't. They absolutely do stuff
Like
for
for,
sure.
like, social
HEB
events?
does a lot of those. I haven't done any of the HEB corporate events, but if you know, like the Rodriguez brothers, do you know them? Josh and Joseph Rodriguez.
Should I?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, they're very big in the live sound game and Sound City Productions. Their dad's Mark Rodriguez's company.
Okay.
When I was at Rockbox, we did a lot of renting from Mark Rodriguez. Long-standing relationship there. And they run. Did you go to the very emo festival
I've been to one. I don't know which one
at
you're talking
Guadalupe
about.
Plaza?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, the one. Mark and Josh and Joseph and their whole team were running the big stage at that, and I ran the side stage over there. So that whole awesome production, dude, it sounded so good on that big stage.
Yeah, it did.
They're awesome, bro.
I agree, man. Y'all
Yeah,
are
if you could-
y'all are a dream team. I'll tell you that.
That was a fun show, dude. Like, all the bands were really good. There was one band on that caught me by surprise. I don't know if I hadn't heard of them before or not, but oh man, Broken Side,
Yeah, that's an older
kind of
band.
like
It's
hip hop
it's
metal. Two
yeah.
dudes,
Yeah.
bro. They killed it. I had them on my stage, and between every band, I'd be like sneaking out to my car, like grab a smoke real quick.
Yeah.
And I'd pass their van every time, and they would watch me sit in the car and like, burn one down and get out. So the last time, right before they went on, they're like, "Bro, get in the van." I got in there, we hung out for a minute, and then they crushed it. But yeah, Broken Side, another band on that one that was super good that I've had a lot now is Goodbye Gloria.
I've heard of them, man. And actually, you know what? I have heard their music before.
Pop punk style stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, it fucks.
It does, man.
When you got a good vocalist, that's the secret. That's what makes it. If the vocalist is good, well, no, everybody's got to be good, but you know what I mean. Good vocalists really can make a show.
Yeah, man. And,
Or break a show.
Or break a show, yeah. Yeah, man. I was there in Broken Side too. I was front row ish. I was like on the left
Did
side.
you enjoy the show?
Dude, I was there like from sun up to sundown.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It got pretty crazy on that little side stage tour. Like, especially I set my friends on fire. Unfortunately, I got to get this out there. The PA that I got given that day was a little small, and by the end of that show, every like 5 or 6 minutes for about 15 seconds, it would cut out. It would go into what's called thermal overload and just stop for a bit, cool off, and then cut back on. So when I set my friends on fire was on, there were 2 or 3 times where for a few seconds
They set your PA on fire.
inside
Fire.
yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was but still sick show. Such a good show.
What happened as a result of that? Like, was the show still going on?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
we didn't stop it. I mean, it literally was happening like while the bands were on. So there's not much you can do. I mean, it's little 3-second spurts of time where the sound would go out, and thank God for their whole set, it only did it like 3 times. And then they were done, and so was I on that stage. So luckily, I didn't start having those problems till almost the very end. But it doesn't make it suck any less. Like, when it starts happening, you're like, fuck. Especially for a band like that. You know what I mean?
I was there, but I didn't know if, like, maybe I missed something.
Hey, if you didn't notice it, man,
Yeah.
win for the team on that, you know? And dude, believe it or not, that's how it goes a lot of times. You get given what you get given, you make the best out of the situation, and then you try to be an awesome dude and like get along with people. You know what I mean? That's huge. That is huge. Might even be the biggest part of the job, actually, when it really comes down to it. But yeah, dude, that show fucked. I would do that again in a heartbeat. I thought I was gonna do it again this year, but then Norma Jean went over to Rockbox. Did you go to that?
No.
No? It looked like it was pretty packed. It looked like a good show.
I did something that night. I don't know what I did, but I
What else was
I
around?
thought about going to that show. I don't remember, man. I specifically remember what happened. Yeah, when they moved it for whatever reason. But
Yep.
I like Norma Jean.
Norma Jean fan from back in the day? I know I am, dude. God. Memphis?
Not really. Not really. I mean,
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, I'm 30. Not too far behind.
Yeah.
I'm 30. I'm 30 something.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm 38.
38. That's still within. Yeah.
I'm about to breach it though, man. But yeah, no, it's not too bad.
No, I mean, I think my entry band to like the hardcore metal scene was A Day to Remember.
That's a good one though.
Yeah.
A Day to Remember. I mean, even now, dude, they kind of carry the torch as far as the standard for metal production. Their front of house engineer is fucking amazing. Their whole crew is awesome. If I could, there's a couple of bands that are like that like across the years I've ran across in the scene and bigger shows. I want to mention, believe it or not, old school rock band Tesla. You ever heard of those dudes? Mm-mm. Oh man,
how old are we talking?
We're talking like 80s hair.
Oh wow,
old. I've had them at Aztec a couple of times. They are the most well-oiled machine, dude. They roll in their amps, take the covers off, and built into the bottoms of the covers is their light rig.
Oh, that's pretty, yeah.
So they flip it open, it's ready to go, they plug it in. It feels like being in an episode of Wayne's World.
Okay.
When you work with those guys. It's like the jet black mullets and that type of dude attitude. Love those guys.
So it's like a 2-in-1 on what they're on their. You said it folds up, or can you say that again? Like
yeah, so the amps when they travel with them in the truck, right? They're in these big road cases. So we roll them out of the truck, roll them onto the stage. When they take the lids off of those cases, the amps are revealed now and open for miking. Mm-hmm. And in the top of the lids are huge light fixtures.
Oh wow!
That once it flips open, in place. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
Other than like plugging them in and power and all that shit.
That's really neat, man. I saw a cab. I think Upon the Burning Body has this new cab. It has lights on it. I don't know anything what's going on there,
man.
But did you hear about that or just see that? There was like a video that they put out.
I've seen them a bunch, and they always do awesome shit with like both sound and lighting. But I don't know that I know what you're talking about. You talking about one of the guitar cabs that has like lighting built onto it?
Let me show you that real quick.
While you're checking it out, are you familiar, obviously, with We Came as Romans?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Are they back there? Those big panels
those cabs right there. See the cabs?
Those are sick. Yeah. And you can program them to kind of do whatever you want to do. You could do like strobe stuff or just fading in and out colors and stuff like that. And I'm no light guy by any means, ever actually. But you know that is dope.
What is it like? It's just like, how does that even work, bro? Like, how do you put lights in front of your mic, in front of your amp? Is it made out of air?
So it is kind of that type of thing, actually. So there is weirdness that can happen with certain types of lights, right? Like if you get, I mean, shit, even certain LED lights. Like if you put them on top of the amp and you've got a mic there, and for whatever reason the power for both of those devices cross, sometimes it'll cause like a hum. You know what I mean? It's not common, and I don't think it's something that's supposed to happen or should happen, but it does. Mm-hmm. They should be totally fine with the lights there. Yeah, I don't think there's much. Yeah, I had an amp one time though on the Rockbox stage in Ingle. That the second they cut it on, it started picking up like the radio station from whatever's closest to the rock box, I guess. And we could not figure it out. You had to use a different amp that night. Thank God it was a local band, bro.
Imagine picking up like Tejano, like whatever. Which is not. I mean, if you play that before a show, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like you've seen that before.
But no, mid show when you're in a pause and you get like radio Tejano traffic coming over.
That's weird, man. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, is there like something like a band's have to request from you, like before the set that's kind of like, okay, that's different or that's kind of weird?
Man, that's actually a good question. So, yeah, the weird, I guess if it goes along the lines of weird, it would be like the walk-up song. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like sometimes I've gotten some crazy shit there. We had a show one time where it was like a local kind of high school band type of thing at the Rock Box, and one of the kids comes up and man, this is a music venue. Like you come up as the band member, you tell me to play a song, I'm not even gonna second guess what you tell me. I'm just gonna be like, fuck yeah, dope.
Yeah. Play.
You know what I mean? So this kid comes up, he's like, hey, we got a walk-up song. I was like, sweet. What is it? He's like, Ram Ranch.
Oh.
But and dude, I had no earthly idea. I'm like this older dude, no clue. And more so, once I played it, like once they came up, I started laughing, let it play.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this is what you want, dude. Cool. A couple of grandmas came up and they're like, what is going on? I was like, this is what the band wanted to play while they walked up on stage. And like a couple of the parents I could tell were scoffing and like doing that whole thing. But at the end of the day, while there were things that got said about that, and it was weird for sure. Like even for me, I was like, wow, that might not have been the best choice. But we are a professional music venue, and as a band, who am I to tell you that I'm not going to play your walk-up song, you know? And maybe it was a lesson for them. Maybe they bit off a little more than they could chew, and grandma called them when they got home. I can imagine how that went.
Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, the band's the one that is paying the venue, is paying you. So, like, you have to do what they say. You don't have to do it, but, like, and it's not that big of a deal.
It is, but you're right, though. Like, I am the service provider in that situation.
Yeah.
And if they have a request for a song that they want to walk up to, it is well within everyone's agreement for them to ask that. You know what I mean? Should I have cut it off after like 20 seconds, though? You know, probably.
But you were bumping to that.
I think I cut it up. Yeah. I think I might have even cut it up a little bit. And, you know, they came on and did their set, and it was what it was. But
you don't say the name of the band, but, like, unless you want. I don't know if you're allowed to. But what kind of music was it? Was it rock or metal? I just want to.
You know what, man? It was more.
What was the transition?
Way younger crowd, first of all, into, like, not shoegaze, but you know how the younger kids are into this, like, experimental rock now? It was like that.
Okay.
It was like that. Not metal by any means. It was a very weird transition.
Like math rock or something? Kinda,
yeah. But with, like, shit tons of reverb. You know what I mean? Like, it lives in space.
Dude, that's cool, man. And so, obviously, that was kind of new to you, I guess, that night, maybe?
The type of music or Ram Ranch? Because Ram Ranch was definitely new to me.
Okay.
The type of music, though, I mean, I tell people all the time, especially after that gig last year over there, is we had so many bands, dude. Like, every night or every couple of nights is a different band, 6 of them, you know what I mean? And you're going to run all of them. So it definitely wasn't my first rodeo with that type of music, for sure. Again, was my first and almost last rodeo with Ram Ranch. There's some times in the Snake Father van where it gets, we get weird.
I want to talk about Snake Father because you brought it up. But before that, I wanted to ask you, how do you know, like, what... Do they give you, like, a template and, like, the template just runs? Like, the reverb goes here, the snare bomb goes here, and, like, do you have to do it yourself, or you have... Like, what's going on?
So yeah, you do it yourself. Backtracks in the modern day have put a tiny bit of difference on that. Like, sometimes bands will build a snare bomb into the backtrack. So whether you hit the snare bomb or not, it's going to go off. And as long as their timing is good, most of the time it sounds pretty good. But it's rare that you get from a band notes like that. On the lighting side, all the time. I mean, notes are almost your whole life in lighting, along with programming and then running the show. But, you know, shout out to a guy that does still work over at the Rock Box, Josh Redding. Josh Redding, shout out to you. He just this past weekend called me because they had, like, a spur-of-the-moment show. Mm-hmm. And for the first time, I think, in his career, and I haven't had it yet, so definitely would have been the first in mine, he had an artist in the underground room that gave him, like, 3 pages of cue notes. Like, there's a part where the lights are going to go down, and I'm going to say 3 words, and the reverb on those 3 words needs to be crazy loud and then kill it. So it happens. It happens. Crazy, way more with lights, though. Way more with lights. You kind of get a little more freedom on the audio side.
But you do the lights too? Like, someone like you would do the lights too?
No.
Okay.
No. There are some smaller venues. Like, I used to work a lot, and I love this place, Ragnar's out in San Marcos, right?
Yeah.
Where, when you run audio there's a smaller light setup, and you just kind of, like, make a move or whatever you can do as long as your sound is good. You know what I mean? And Stat, as much as I love you, I really don't like that at all.
The Sweet 16 type style, the quinceañera type style of lights?
Yeah, exactly that. You know what I mean? Like, they'll circle and flash some, you know? Yeah. And they're sick. I mean, again, his space is awesome. But I get, when I'm running sound, man, I get real nerdy about it. Especially because I own a console, so there's a certain way that I like to set everything up. And because of the way I set everything up, 1 minute in the set could have me doing one thing on the board, and then another minute in the set, I could be in a whole different bus doing a whole different thing. And if I don't do that, it doesn't happen quickly, but over a song or two, your whole mix will fall apart, and then it just sounds like shit.
That's wild, man. How did you get started on this, like, whole journey? Like, what was your entry story?
To, like, music?
Let's go that far then.
Yeah. It is a it is a journey. It is a hell of a journey. So I guess high school time frame, I was living in Virginia, and me and my high school buddies discovered, I really don't even know how we happened upon it, but we happened upon this metal scene, right, in our hometown. And we end up at this house, the 201 house, also known as the Whore House, downtown Lynchburg, Virginia. A little, dude, honestly, it wasn't much bigger than this room. Maybe two of these rooms, right? And maybe a tiny bit more, but they would put a band and the drummer in the corner. Everybody would set up all their shit around them. There was a guitar amp for vocals. Like, you know, it was whatever we could find to throw together, or whatever they could find to throw together. We ended up at one of those one night, and I want to say that night there was a band there called Everything Falls Together, was the big grindcore band in our scene. So they headlined it that night. Another band called Abacab. Have you ever heard of them? Abacabb. I want to say it's like a Sega Genesis cheat code that they made into a band name, which is pretty dope. But
I can see that.
so they were there. Are you familiar with Volumes or
I know Volumes.
Fire from the Gods? Mike Terry?
I know Volumes.
Okay, so the singer for Volumes and the singer for Fire from the Gods, Mike Terry, used to be in this band from Richmond, Virginia called Cassius Clay, which they had to change their name because of like Muhammad Ali and shit, so they changed it to Cassius. But they played that night, and I don't know if it was this night, but I want to say Cattle Decapitation like was in the living room that night. I know I saw them in that living room. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it was a small town. I mean, bands were trying to go, and the internet wasn't as huge as it is today. So bands were trying to go and hawk off that merch, or they were trying to go and sell CDs or get people to listen to, back then it was like MySpace. You know what I mean? Man. MySpace was that kind of answer. That's where I entered. I entered in the MySpace metalcore era. Now
it's literally your space now. This whole thing, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because like, so you were going as like a fan, like going into this concert?
Yeah, so went in there, almost immediately afterwards, me and my high school buddy started a band. You know what I mean? I graduated in 2006, and we immediately put together like a couple of super janky like East Coast tour runs. We just got in a van, bought a little shitty like 6x6 trailer, put all our shit in there, and just started going. But what's crazy is that lasted for a little while. I did some IT work for a while and some machine shop work for a while. But once I started going to college for music, I was already, and I know my wife could tell, like I was very mentally always going to take that jump at some point. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And then when we moved here 5 years ago to San Antonio, we got all squared away. We got all settled in. And my wife has never really been a part of my music journey, right? We went to Blue Ridge Rock Fest. That was her first ever concert when we were in Virginia, right before it epically shit the bed. But I took her to an Apon show at Vibes, and I looked around and was like, regardless of how I feel today, okay, I was like, this is where I think I'm supposed to be at.
Was it the enchiladas or something? Or what was it?
It was Apon.
Oh, it was Apon.
It was Left to Suffer and Apon like 5 years ago at Vibes on one of their Christmas shows, one of their December shows.
Yeah.
And I remember telling my wife, like she saw it in my face. I was like, man, this is, if Lynchburg, Virginia had this type of infrastructure, venues with a PA, you know, and a fucking sound guy, there were so many bands out of my hometown that I think would have done pretty good.
So how'd they do it? They just had like someone's uncle was just running the
back in my hometown?
Yeah, like what was going on?
Just a collective effort, man. Dude, we had a skate park towards the end of my time there that we would throw shows at, and I want to say they got something smaller, like some speakers that they put on sticks or something. But we had like 2,000 kids show up there one year for Darkest Hour. We somehow we landed a Darkest Hour show at this skate park. And I don't remember what exactly we did, but I want to say it was those PAs on sticks from like the venue. Then just amp volume for everything else.
Yeah. Have you been back since? Like, have you seen like maybe it's progressed in a way?
That's yeah, I have, and yes, it has. And current day for me, that is a tough thing because so like on the personal side, me and my wife, our next big move is we're going to buy a house, right?
Okay.
So I've been here for 5 years. I've been running sound here for about 4 years. And I love the places that I'm at. The Aztec Theater. Do I have Aztec? I got Stable. Okay. Another one of my favorite places in the city. Stable Hall is very nice. The team there is awesome. But I would be a liar if I didn't say that the Aztec isn't my absolute favorite venue in the city. The team there fucking rocks. Everybody, from the stagehands to the audio, lighting, production crew, everybody rocks. And the shows are sick.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
dude, who did I see last at the Aztec, or was it Majestic? Are they like rivals? Do they like hate each other? Like, do they go back and forth?
In
like
a weirder way than you might be thinking. So what it is like, believe it or not, so Majestic, like, I don't know how crazy they get about it, but I'll baseline, right?
Yeah.
Empire and Majestic. I want to say both of those are union ran.
Oh, wow.
So there's an audio union.
Are you in it?
I'm not, but I've.
No, you don't have to say anything.
Well, no, I've been curious.
Okay,
like I know some people that work for it and love it.
You know what's funny? I thought about asking something like that like a few days ago before you came on, and I was just like, that's a waste of a question. Like, there's no union for audio guys.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's like a whole audio. Maybe it's like a production union. Like it encompasses audio and lights and stagehands and stuff like that. But that's what's up there. So, and I guess I don't notice much of a difference other than it doesn't seem like Majestic and Empire get as much of the concert vibe. Like I feel like I see Frozen on Ice at Majestic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some bigger comedians too. Those have become some of my favorite shows over at Aztec and Stable, man. The comedy shows are fun and easy as shit.
It was probably Aztec that I went to. I saw the band Kansas play recently when they came.
Kansas?
It's Kansas. It's not them anymore, but
Okay.
it's like it's still like the Kansas like logo. It's
that
actually
might have been
Kansas.
Majestic, bro.
Think so?
I don't know. See if it was. I don't know. Maybe Aztec. I've got Yacht Rock review there this month, and they're pretty fucking big.
Yeah, it was Majestic.
Was it Majestic? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I don't think I remember seeing Kansas. When was it? A couple months ago?
December 11th.
Yeah. No, I don't remember seeing Kansas come across. That'd have been sick though if I did.
It was cool, man. It was cool. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say about Tesla. They're one of those older bands, but they came in and just everything about them kicked ass. The crew was sick. They played a killer set, and I got to feel like I was in Wayne's World all night.
Nice, man.
Never gonna say no to that.
And is it the people, or is it the venue structure that makes it?
That's the most mind-blowing thing that's the hardest part about the industry. It's all of it. It's the accumulation of the entire package of all the different pieces that get put together to make that show happen. And I'll give you an example. When I show up to the Aztec, I sign in, they check my bag, I go in, and I jump right on audio. You know what I mean? Whatever that might mean. Front of house, monitor land, cutting on the rig, and sending some dope tunes through it while we're getting ready. And then my next area of focus is, okay, does our headliner band, who's going to sound check first, do they have a tour engineer, or are we running the show? Once we figure that out, we start setup for that. If I'm running it, I make sure I pull up a scene that I'm comfortable with, and I'm ready for so much shit they'll throw at you. So ready for any type of shit they might throw at you. And then you just kind of do that band for band. But while I'm doing that, other people are taking care of the hospitality part of the rider, where maybe certain meals got requested and they've got to go have that in the green room by a certain time. And then while the venue's doing all their parts, promoters doing all their parts, the band is traveling from who knows how far the night before. Actually, for us, usually it's like Granada a lot of the times, and Dallas. House of Blues Houston is another big one that's like right before us, or either they're coming from like Mesa, Arizona. You know what I mean? So they're traveling. They're tired. They would prefer it if everything was as said when they got there. So while a lot of people kind of call that the bougie part of the industry, it really is. It's everybody pulling their own part of the weight. Because if they get there and all their shit's there and they're happy, when they come down to the stage to see me, they're not going to be pissed yet. You know? I've got a clean slate to piss them off myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you said there, like, some bands, they have their own, what'd you call it? It was like a tour sound guy?
Touring engineer.
Tour engineer. Is sound guy offensive?
No.
Is that like it's like if you're a stripper and you say stripper, like, is it, I'm an exotic dancer, or I'm I'm a whatever, like,
Yeah.
is it like that?
No.
Okay.
No. Other than like just the people in the industry typically have bad attitudes about things and would like get dumb with you. No, it's not a derogatory term. Sound man, sound guy, audio engineer. Obviously, when you talk to one of us, we're gonna probably use a term like audio engineer.
Yeah.
But no, not offensive even in the slightest.
That's cool because I use that term a lot, and I don't. That's just it's a general term because I'm
used to hearing it on stage. Hey, sound guy, or most of the time I try to be as personable as I can, so I get on first name basis pretty quick once people show up. But all the time, sound guy.
That's cool.
What's up?
Yeah. So going back to what I was saying, the band could have their own sound guy, right?
So at the Aztec level, most of the time they do. And you've been to a lot of shows, man. Again, like I've got to play is a defensive game too. You know what I mean? Like you've been to a lot of shows. You've heard a lot of different house engineers mix bands, and some of them have probably been great. Some of them you've probably been like, man, like when there's a bad mix, you know it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the bar to be a sound guy at a venue isn't necessarily super high. And a lot of stuff, like there isn't practice time either. You kind of learn on the fly. So when you're new, as long as the drive is there and you don't think they're going to quit on you, you're willing to give those couple of shows to teach and have them learn some stuff. And it might not sound the best, you know what I mean? But bands, once they get to a certain level, they have to be able to deliver a certain standard of mix when they go out and play shows. Otherwise, all the work they're putting into social media, all the work they're putting into their album sounding good, if people are listening to the album and that's what makes them want to go see you at your show, but then they get there and you sound like shit, they're not going to go to any more of your shows. So that's why people hire tour engineers after a certain level. Yeah. You know what I mean? We call it house guy roulette. Okay. When you don't hire an engineer and you play house guy roulette. I've gotten a lot of jobs from house guy roulette. I went out to run Nathan James on a tour opening for In This Moment because he was playing house guy roulette and just wasn't. He had a bit of a complicated like on stage rig, and the house guys weren't really meshing with how it was all set up. So I went out and ran a few and helped him get it all wrangled up.
Yeah. Like, is there a lot of like clashing between like the tour guy and the house guy, like the EQs, like the subtracting and adding? Do y'all like get into it? Can y'all get into it? And how do y'all settle that type of stuff?
So, can people get into it? Oh God, yeah, for sure. Typically, no, though. Like, so how that normally looks is, with the affordability of the consoles these days, it's more and more rare to have a tour guy. I say this as I literally just had this last week with Rich Mafia at the Aztec. They had a tour guy, right, front of house. They were the only act, so my whole job was to make sure he was set up. He was using house consoles, so I made sure that if he had any questions about the buses or reverb or delay, showed him how all that went down, made sure his matrices were set up. But that's rare. A lot of times now people just bring their own console. I mean, the console that I have is about this big. It's the M32 that you see everywhere. And it can pretty much fit anywhere. And it's the least invasive thing to the house. So when I come in, all their EQ and all their stuff is on their console. I take their drive lines that go straight to the PA system and put my own EQ on it. For two reasons. One, the bar to be a house sound guy is really low. And two, every mix engineer has their own flavor. You know what I mean? Yeah. Their own frequency zones that might sound a little wonky to them, or just different nerdy shit like that.
What's the point of having two, man? Like, is it like one guy just knows the maze of like where the wiring goes and stuff like that, or like why would you want two? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Two sound engineers,
like the house and the tour.
It's okay. So two answers there, because there are really two questions there. So the house and the tour comes back to the band. What level are they at? Are they at a level where they have some sort of success online with numbers and they want to portray a standard of mix? If so, it's not as smart to go on tour without an audio engineer, because your mix every night is going to be different. You've got a different house guy mixing you every night. some of them might be a fill-in for the guy that was supposed to be there and have no fucking idea what they're doing. In the beginning, it's not that bad because you just want it to be loud and you want to throw it through. But once you get to a certain point, or you start touring with bigger bands and you care about that type of shit, that's when you set up a rehearsal before tour and hire a sound guy and take him out on the road with you. And it's a QA thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the tour guy will keep your sound consistent.
Every night. Yep. At that point, once the mix is solid, you're really just going into your main left, right, out and EQing for different rooms every night.
So second part, like what's the point of having a house sound guy knowing you have a tour guy?
So, all right. I think, so the second part, I'm going to see if I'm close.
Okay.
At Aztec, every day you hire 2 audio guys, and that's because one guy's back at monitors and one guy's at front of house. Rockbox doesn't have that. It's just one guy. We push wedges from the front. I've even pushed wedges from the front of house in the big room before if we just can't schedule a monitor engineer. But what that is just helping split the duties up. Like you've got a guy on the side of the stage with all the same inputs that the front of house has because they're all plugged into this split, right? One side of the cables goes to the monitor console, the other side goes to front of house. So it's the exact same, but you can process it different, which is way better because then if the band comes in and they're like, yeah, just plug in all our in-ears and mix those for us, you have a whole guy dedicated to only that. And I can, while he's fucking around with that, I can make sure the front sounds good.
That's cool, man. Yeah,
on bigger shows, it's necessary.
How would you collaborate with how would the house guy collaborate with the tour guy? Like what's that conversation looking like?
So let's say that I show up as the house guy at a venue, and there's 2 bands, right? There's an opener band, and let's just say that they're both of national success, right? Like UABB is the opener. And Spirit Box is the headliner or something like that, right? I'm going to get there early in the morning, whatever time their advance says we're supposed to be there and open the doors for them. They're going to come in, they're going to shower. Their sound guy is going to find me. The first thing I do when I get to a venue is I go find the house sound guy and be like, hey, where do you want me? What time can I start making noise? So I do all those same things. Hey, man, if you don't mind, whenever you're ready to set up, we're going to have you right in this general area. Once I see you set up, I'll make sure you have the lines to the PA. And all of that goes through another system processor. So once you plug them into the PA, you unmute the system processor and just let them have at it, man. From that point on, as long as they're not hitting like the limiter at the amps, like where the amps are for the PA, you just kind of let them run with it. Now, sometimes you get a shitty tour engineer and the mix is bad.
Just objectively bad. Like not even dangerous to the PA, but it just sounds bad.
Right. Specifically not dangerous to the PA and just sounds bad.
Okay.
Those moments when you're the house guy really suck because everybody kind of blames the house and there's nothing you can do. I mean, this guy contractually makes money from this band to run them. So what would be out of line would be for me to go up to him and say, hey, let me step in. This is fucked. You know what I mean? He's making money. They hired him. They should fire him, and regardless of what it makes the people in the audience think, it kind of sucks because you got to let them die by that sword. You know what I mean? And while also still being business nice to them in the process. And it happens. It doesn't happen a lot, but I've had a handful of those.
What do you say? You're just like, hey, man, like, I mean, you can't tell him what to do because he's getting paid already.
Exactly.
It's just like
you grit it, man. You grit your teeth, and at the end of the night, you shake his hand and say "good set," and you let karma do its thing.
Oof. Yeah, yeah. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want. You're there for a job. You're not there. You're not getting paid to be a teacher at this point.
1000%. As a matter of fact, when there is a tour engineer, you then really are just a systems tech. You make sure he's plugged into the system okay and that he's not going to blow it up. That's huge. Once that's established, you just let them run their set and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Bigger tours, a lot of times for house guys, countless nights where I didn't mix anything. Every band on the tour has a guy and I'm just, set's over. Great. All right, mute. Unmute. Oh, perfect. And then bam, you're off to the fucking races,
Yeah.
Easy I was about to say a number, a easy day rate right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Because I was at Burleson. I was for another like emo production festival.
How do you like Burleson? I've been hearing a lot about that place.
It's cool.
Yeah, does it sound good in there?
I mean, you're asking like the last guy to
I'm
give
asking
an
the
opinion.
perfect guy. You're the consumer.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay. I think it's pretty good, man.
Vibes were pretty good in there.
It was only
Everybody-
one time that I went. Inside, obviously, it's a bar, so you're not gonna have like it's good.
Is it like cap? How many people you think? 200?
I know what I could tell you. Oh, like I think so.
Yeah, about that size.
Yeah.
Do you live near Fuel Bar? Are we near Fuel Bar right now?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna ask if maybe it was that size. I just did a show over there at the end of last year. This is a sick spot though.
I'll check it out.
OG
probably walk
sound
to it.
engineer in there.
Oh yeah,
OG Winston.
Winston.
My boss at honestly probably one of my best friends in the city, Chris Bauer. He was telling me when I worked that show, he's like, "Yeah, my boy Winston's over there. Tell him I said what's up."
Nice.
That's what I love about this city the most. The network of industry people that have just been doing music their whole life is vast and awesome. It really is.
I hear that a lot, man. Chris Bauer, he's at the Majestic or Aztec or.
He is my boss at the Aztec and at Stable.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
That's
He's
nice.
the A1 at both.
That's
Not
cool.
even A1. He's the audio lead at both. He schedules the shows at Aztec, and then he makes sure everybody doesn't royally fuck up over at Stable Hall.
Yeah, that's a historic spot, man.
And he has 3 like huge notoriable tour gigs that he did. He was
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Nothing more.
Yep.
Someone told me that.
He was Nothing More's monitor engineer for a long, long time. He ran front of house for Palisades, which if you've never heard Palisades, because I hadn't until I started like hanging out with Bauer and kind of doing the audio nerd thing with him, but man, they're fucking good. Palisades is awesome. And then he ran, I want to say maybe a year or 2, he ran front of house for Darkest Hour.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went out to one of the shows at Come and Take It that he ran Darkest Hour at. It was fucking sounded so good, dude.
That's neat, man. Yeah, Chris Bauer, like, I hear great things about that guy, man. He's been in the industry for a long time. I tried to get him on here a while back.
He is a legend.
But I think he's just way too busy to come on. He's real cool. He messaged back and everything, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, he's busy. No, the older guys are a bit.
This is not their thing. I kind of get that too, or at least it couldn't be their thing a lot of times.
You got like a key or something?
I got you.
Yeah.
Is it that hard? Let me try that.
Well, it's just I bite the shit out of him. Look at him. That's the pro move.
that.
Yo,
Got
thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm here for any other thing you need to.
Yeah,
Let me know.
right. No, I mean you're nailing it. It's just that like the older guys, they're.
They don't have to do podcasts, or they don't have the interest of doing it.
I mean, I don't think it's right. I think it's more of a.
Because you don't have to do it either.
Yeah. I mean, but you are hitting on a thing though. I think what it is I'm a little younger. I still have that excitement. And if Bauer watches this, and he is gonna laugh when I say this, but I still have that excitement and that belief that good change can happen. And that the first person to come through here and do what they say they're going to do every time, run a sound business every time, they're going to win. San Antonio is a great city, man. It's a great city. There's a lot of fucking phenomenal bands here. I mean, I could literally sit here and just go down the list of good bands here. And because the scene has already thrived at one point in time, San Antonians have had that before. That's like they've tasted that already. And now it's more of a serious scene, which is great because now every band's focus is on being as professional as they can as a band, sounding as good as they can as a band. I'm seeing a lot more in-ear rigs coming out and being run by the band. And then when they need mix changes, they look at the drummer, he flicks everybody off, and then he makes the change. So it really is cool, but it comes at a price, and I think one of those prices are older guys like Bauer having lived through the good and the bad of the scene here. And I can't say that if I had done that I wouldn't also just maybe want to be an observer for a while, rather than like me. I mean, I've been here 5 years. I love music, and I've still got metal seeping through my veins. So I'm jumping at all these opportunities. I want to be a part of it all. That's the big goal for me. I'm a retired way too young, you know what I mean? And I'm bored. I'm stoked to be able to do it though.
Absolutely. And thanks for coming out, by the way, because again, you don't have to do this. Like, you don't, well, you do work for yourself. So, I mean, this might be good promotion for yourself in general, but aside from that, I mean, you don't have to do it because you already have a good business. You work for a good company.
It's been surprisingly smooth for the last year or two. And that's another big key though. It's almost different than that. I'm able to do this because I'm not stressing the fuck out because I don't have enough audio jobs, or I've at least worked myself into a position where I'm comfortable. And I'm having epic times, which was my whole goal to begin with. You know what I mean? I think the only way it could be any better is if Snakefather got on tour with Body Snatcher and we fucking...
That'd be cool.
You know?
So you're the tour guy for...
Yeah,
I'm the
sound engineer for Snake. Yep.
I was wondering, okay, yeah, and then you do that. And then you have the Aztec.
I've got them and Left for Dead on the 28th of this month out in Pharr, Texas. I've never been there.
I saw that. I think I saw that today.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm stoked about that. It's at I had Seven Dust at the Aztec recently, and the spot they were at before that night was the Lone Star Theater in Pharr, Texas, right?
Oh.
So we're going to go play that place, and it's pretty sick. It's music to me, it's almost like the military. It's a small world, but a big family. You know what I mean? And it can get fucking dirty, believe me. But for the most part, the family part of it all and the experiences are great.
I'm a little jealous, man, because y'all are so tight. Like you and every band like in San Antonio. I think who was it that told me about you? It was Isaac from Left for Dead.
Left for Dead?
He told me about you. He was the first person to like throw your name out.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
I saw that. I showed my wife that. I remember waking up. Yeah, I woke up, was doing my death scroll thing, you know. And I saw Isaac on there. I said, shit, man. And that was kind of one of those moments where I started noticing that Riff Lounge was becoming that thing. Like, you know what I mean?
You can stop right there.
I'm not saying that thing. Look, trust me, I get it. Okay. But I have seen multiple people at this point come through the podcast. So what did that do to me? It made me stop and it made me listen. And I heard it. I heard him say, like, the Rock Box was one of his favorite venues. He gave me a sick shout out. Thank you, Isaac. That was too sweet. But it's dope, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You end up working a show and you send a sick mix for somebody, and then you be a cool dude and they're cool back to you, and now you've added to your little family.
Yeah, man, it's growing. You know? We're populating, man.
I'm really stoked. I really hope that I told them I was super willing to record the set in Pharr, so told them, like, make sure somebody gets some video and we'll put together some dope shit.
That'd be nice, man. And yeah, so if you put a video together and then you can run it through the front speakers or something, and like that'll go towards like an actual like production. So like what you're doing will actually go into like a video.
Yeah. So you know how you have your audio interface right here, and then what program do you use when you do edit?
Video or audio?
Do you do them together? Or
no, I do. So I keep them separate.
Audio,
I would use Ableton.
Oh yeah. All right. So I go into Ableton. I create 32 tracks in there. When I plug the USB from my computer to my mixing console, I route every microphone to its own track and hit kick drum, kick in, kick out, track 2, snare top, track 3, snare bottom, track 4. I record the whole set, just like the stage is now a huge studio.
That's right? Cool, man.
And then when I'm in the fucking van and nobody can sleep because everyone's farting and pissing in bottles, shout out Van Piss Bottle. I do the mixing. Oh, it's real. It's real.
Nice, yeah. If y'all need room for more, let me know.
Hey, man, no joke. I mean, you say that, but honestly, there's always room for more. And one thing that I've noticed about Snake, which, by the way, great metal band family. I've gotten over the past, I'm 3 years into the Snake front of house job. But I love those guys, dude. And then, by the way, is this a good time to plug some cool Snake shit?
You can plug your mother and your grandfather and like your cousin.
And Snake's mothers and grandfather. Now, we've got a music video shoot, though, tomorrow for Slithering. So we're going to go to, I want to say the city is Laval. It's near Austin.
Okay.
It's like on the toll roads out there. It's real weird. You can't get to it without going on a toll road.
Got it.
Weird. But we're going to go out there. He's real good at finding super sick, like creepy ass churches. We're going to go film a music video in there and have some fun with it. Yeah. And then I want to say, I don't know if they've released it or not yet, but we've got a bunch more tour stuff coming up this year with Snake.
That's nice, man.
Some bigger than others, like cool big.
What's the farthest you traveled due to your job?
With audio, States, U.S.
Like
with the military all over.
Oh yeah.
With audio, I haven't done my Europe run yet. Right, like I've got my buddy David Parada out, old Dirty Dallas Dave, I call him, out in fucking Cleburne is like the city he lives in. Yeah, the Triple D, baby. He gets it. He knows, and he's
got
dirty.
A big sound. If you don't talk about.
He is a photographer, and he is Static X. Who is his? The Texas Hippie Coalition. I think he goes out with those guys. But the big guy, the big two, I think that he's been doing the most lately are From Ashes to New and. Diggy Graves. Oh yeah. I met him out at Techport one day. He had From Ashes was out there on tour. He's like, dude, I'm in San Antonio. Come fucking take me to Starbucks. And I was like,
of all places.
I was like, dope. I mean, it was cool. I took him and the drummer.
Okay.
Like Matty Maduro, I think is his name.
Okay.
Sick fucking drummer, dude.
Yeah.
And a cool dude. Super sick.
I imagine, man. Have you done a lot of touring outside of Snake?
Outside of Snake, no. I mean, I've done some, like I did the time I spent on the road with Nathan James and opening up for In This Moment. A lot with Snake. I've spent a lot of time in that van with those guys. I did some smaller stuff with a cumbia group called Tarasco Tropical. We did some like Texas tour stuff, 3 days, 4 days here and there.
Yeah.
But no, not really. I've been trying to like grow my home venue reputation up a little bit, and it's been working pretty good. But I think I got something that I'm cooking up this year, and if it all works out, touring may become the serious focus for the next few years, probably.
That's cool, man.
So we'll see. Let's hope I sell myself right. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm excited for you, man. This is really cool because, I mean, you have a lot of connections, and it's just like, I can only imagine who's going to watch you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is that you never know. Like, it really is, the wildest shit will happen. And someone's like, fuck, I need a sound guy. And then who are they around at that time? If it's somebody you know, you might get that call. I mean, that was the one.
That was the one?
That was the one. That's what I meant earlier with... Yes, it's important. I mean, it's super important to know how to mix. That's obviously your job, right? Routing, I would say console routing, and then knowing what PAs can handle is probably second. But third and almost first is being a cool hang. And I know you hear it, you watch any sort of podcast or any famous people getting interviewed. Being cool is like what they will tell you they look for first, and they're not lying. The reason is because you are about to spend a lot of time in a very small space on the road with these people, and you're going to hear everything from their phone calls home to their potential family drama. You're going to get asked your opinion on it. You're going to become a part of that family. So if you don't mesh, it doesn't take long. Now, I've seen that a lot. I've seen a lot of people take jobs and it lasts a day or two because they get in a fight. And
that's crazy.
Yeah,
a day, bro?
Yeah.
Imagine.
I can't. I've been in some situations on the road. Don't get me wrong. Me and Dirty left a tour middle of the night one time and it was a bigger run, and we were just starting to catch comments from like other bands on the tour, and I remember we were in it was snowing. Where the fuck were we at? We were at a venue called the Rust Belt in Illinois. Did the show, came out, I saw Dirty on the trailer door. It was snowing, he had his hoodie on, and he looked pissed. And I was like, oh, I think tonight's the night. Like, I think tonight's the night. We're going to pack up and probably get a rental in the middle of the night, get all our shit, and leave. And that's exactly what we did. Yep.
And like, do you is it like how do they pay you? Or like, is it upfront? Is it a contract, or and then you break the contract, or do they pay you like per gig, or like how does that work?
I mean, I guess it really at some point it comes down to how you set your business up. I do invoices, and I've had local bands that, you know, I'll give them a just ridiculously low rate, and I still send that invoice whether they think it's dumb or not. Because at the end of the year, when I'm filing my taxes and I've got to tell the fucking government how much I made, I've got to have some sort of accountability for that. And whether they use it or not, that's fine. But if you're squared away on that side of it, some people will pay you every night. Some people pay you at the end of the show every night. Or if you're on tour, a lot of times you see a weekly schedule. Like every Monday, your paycheck will hit your bank or whatever. And it can vary. It could be maybe you're making $1,200 a week, but if there's an off day, you don't get paid because you didn't do a show, but they give you per diem. It's like there's an unlimited amount of ways that it could be constructed. You know what I mean?
Per band.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Per band, per tour package.
How did you get started on like this? Like, were you okay? I want to ask that first. Like, how did you get started with just the itch to do this type of work?
Dude, honestly, I'm serious when I tell you it was at a pawn show. Like I have always.
So you've only been doing this for like 5 years or so.
Live sound?
Yeah.
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 Yep. I mean, I've been playing music my whole life. I've been playing in bands since I was in high school and doing that whole thing.
You're a fancy guy, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to tell you too earlier. I met my wife, and I met her. We ended up getting married a year later, having our first kid, Tyler, my oldest son, and almost immediately after we got a place, I started buying guitars. Like I was like, oh, I can't. I think I bought my first Ableton license out there, and she learned that I was into metal. And I'm glad it didn't scare her away.
That's good, man. Yeah, I have. That's always your concern. Like the music that you like is always something that you're in this heavy music industry. It's always something like when you're dating, it's like something that couldn't. I don't think it should. For me, it hasn't always been like that, but I always think like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you always got that weirdness of like, are they gonna think that because you like screamy music that you're a weirdo?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And luckily she didn't. She was kind of into it. Like I said, I took her out to Blue Ridge when we first got back to the States. I think she was terrified, but I think she loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
you know,
it could be worse, man.
one
like
of those good terrifieds.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there. What was your job before getting your itch for audio?
I was a machinist for like a solid year or two. We moved out to Colorado Springs. I was working third shift at a machine shop out there. And it was pretty good. I mean, you know, the money was pretty good and stuff. I think I was still kind of playing music on my own, like getting off of work and jamming guitar and doing that whole thing, maybe even downloading Reaper or something and trying to record.
Oh, nice.
But then we moved to Virginia after that, and it was our first time, me with my wife in Virginia, and my musical buddies kind of started coming out of the woodworks. And as I started jamming with them, one day it just hit me. I was like, I literally sit here and play guitar every day.
That's cool, man.
Why don't I just go to school to learn how to do the recording side the right way? It'll help me with my projects, which, by the way, like to this day, not in a band, no plan of being in a band.
Yeah.
One day, sure, I'd love to jam, but that's not it didn't end up that was the focus at the end of it all. Like I went to school for audio. I remember thinking, I really hope I don't have to learn a lot about frequencies. So then I get in school and it's all frequencies. Every single thing about audio is the frequency spectrum.
Like the physics of it, or like
everything. When you pull up an EQ, and I mean, if it's a kick drum, you're going to be focused on the 100 band of frequency, and then like the 4,000 kilohertz
That's crazy,
band.
bro.
If it's a snare drum, it's about 200 hertz. Like you've got to know that shit. And if you don't, you're going to be one of the low bar guys that brings in a kick drum and doesn't know how to use a gate. So after they hit it, it's like, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, after school, after I learned the basics of just audio signal in school, I started tinkering around out here and doing some local shows. I worked over at Deco Ballroom for the longest time. Ragnar's for a while. I've done sound out at Fitzgerald's for a stint of time. I tried to work my way into Bonds a couple of times. Frank, I want to say it's FV3. He used to do like videos of local bands in San Antonio. He had the Bonds gig locked down, and rightfully so. Frank is an awesome dude and a great engineer. You know what I mean? But then I worked myself into I guess Rockbox was next. Rockbox as an engineer was next, and then Aztec came about. Couple of years at Aztec, and that's when the production manager position at Rockbox came about. So that was last year. Took that for about 8 months. Put in a notice, left there, kept my other two Stable Hall and Aztec hometown gigs, and then just hitting the tour side hard.
That's
man.
crazy, man. Thanks for sharing that. That's really interesting. Yeah, I mean, you never know how you got into these things and like how you learn. For you,
my lifelong passion for music.
Yeah.
And you get what you see before you today.
A whole beast, I'll tell you that.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks, yeah. Sometimes it feels like it, sometimes it doesn't.
No, I know what you mean, man. Yeah, so as far as like the as far as audio goes, like how did you know you wanted to go into live sound versus like have you ever recorded for a band?
So I guess I did skip a section. So my first it was the first. The first thing I did here was I rented space from a studio in Universal City called War Drum Mixing Studio. It was like you know where Randolph is at? Mm-hmm. You know how Pat Booker just goes straight out the Randolph gate and all the way to 35? Well, right by the Murphys around the Walmart area and the CVS was a recording studio right there, ran by a veteran called War Drum Mixing Studio. I saw the sign and I walked in there one day. I end up having a conversation with the owner, and at the time, I was still doing some IT work. Like, in the middle of the machine shop and music, there was a short period of time where I did IT work again. So I rented War Drum to not only further my music interest, but to be my daytime office to do IT work out of, which I thought was genius, because I get this place where I can concentrate when, help desk calls come in. And then if I start getting clients, I have a legit...
So you're working for like a Dell or like a USAA, and they're like, my computer's not working.
Private company, but exactly like that.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Exactly.
That's got to be kind of terrifying, because you don't know because everyone's got a different computer.
You get in a groove, though. Like, a lot of our tickets were, dude, no joke, and I say this story all the time, but I'll get a call from a doctor. It's like, my printer doesn't work. So you drive out there, and it's completely unplugged from the wall. Like, no joke. No, not kidding you. And then you plug it in, and he's like, 50 sheets of paper shoot out, all the stuff he's been trying to print for the last 2 hours.
And these guys keep us alive, right? Imagine.
Oh, and they're not afraid to tell you either if you fuck something up. They're like, oh, you're supposed to, I went to school to be a doctor, not to fix my printer.
That's true.
A lot of them are dicks, man.
I imagine, man. Yeah, I mean, I will say it. Lawyers can be dicks. Mm-hmm. I think you have to be, if you're not born a dick, they will mold you to be literally 2 balls and a big head.
Yes. Yep. Right on the top of them. Maybe not even with the shaft.
Not all of them. I know a couple of like fantastic people.
Well, and it's about the circle. It's like, whose circle are you in? Everyone's got their own goals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the part I can't talk about.
That's fair.
But it's applicable in this.
That's cool,
with
man.
What you do with music. It's legal is a huge thing.
Yeah, and people don't know how to activate a printer and plug in a printer. Yeah. They keep you employed too, so that's kind of nice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt, man. And there's sometimes where, like, dude, sometimes the IT job was super cush. You just at home, and if the call you get is about email and you can handle it remotely, you might not have to leave your fucking house that day.
Exactly, bro. And
you're on a salary, which is... That's the part.
That's good, man.
That's the part I miss.
Maybe some benefits too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I don't want to ask too much about your personal like whatever, but like, if you were to like go full, do you imagine yourself going full time, like
audio
solo? Yeah.
Yeah. So about.
I don't know if your employer cares or.
Well, no, I don't know. So I already am. But... I already did it.
Okay.
And I actually, that might end up being one of the things that is like a calling of mine here soon, because about 3 years ago, I took that plunge. Matter of fact, while I was at the end of my time at War Drum, I was booking shows in the live room. So we had, I think 40 was our sold out number, right? Like once we sold 40 tickets, we didn't have space for more people. So we'd book bands in there. Actually, the new bassist for Snakefather played in a band called Azathoth the Blind.
Oh, yes.
And I booked them at War Drum Mixing Studio like 4 years ago. And it's super sick because now we're touring in a van together. You know what I mean? But it was at the end of that where I quit my IT job. My family was financially secure. So I was like, what better of a time? I'm not getting any younger. Mm-hmm. Like, if the passion is there, which it clearly was, now is the time to do it. And in more ways than I'm glad that I did.
That's cool, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's neat. But, like, I was trying to ask, like, how do you get, like, health insurance? And, like, if you're going solo, did you have to, like, do that? Or were you playing it risky?
I'm in again, this is where the part where I'd like to mentor people comes in. I am in a very unique situation. I am covered. I have health insurance. I will have a doctor. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
My family will have a doctor. I had an engineer last year hit me up. It was right after I left the Rock Box, and they were like, dude, I'm getting a lot of shows, and like, this is sick. I'm like, yeah, dude, eat them up. And he's like, yeah, I think I might quit my job. I might just do this. I mean, I'm getting enough where I can pay my bills. And I was like, man, I highly advise against that because a few reasons. One, there are show seasons. Right now, it's slow. They're January, February, even March, it can be pretty slow. And then you kind of start getting into the summer festival and show season. And then it gets fucking slammed. I mean, you're turning away work. You know what I mean? But responsibility is a hard thing. And a lot of people in audio are really young. And a lot of people in audio like to drink. And a lot of people in audio like to burn their money on cool stuff. So the money that you make during the festival season and the busy time as a single person can get spent very quick. And then when you find yourself in the slow times, it's really hard to manage, right?
Yeah.
So I try to tell everybody, it really is. So back to your original question, healthcare, retirement, 401k, stuff like that. While I don't have to necessarily worry about it, it is a very real concern for everybody else. And the answer, this is actually perfect. The answer is that you have to do it yourself. You have to tell yourself that this percentage of every job I work will go into a Roth IRA, or this percentage of every job I work every month will be dedicated towards whatever healthcare I can afford. Or if I can't and I have a family, do up your yearly percentage and you may go on SNAP benefits, or you may, I mean, dude, I'm not too good to talk about that. We didn't make enough with a child to be over that cap where you could receive benefits. So we did the whatever we could get. We got WIC. We went and got our eggs and our cheese and all that stuff. But long story short, you got to do it yourself. When you're on a 1099 job schedule and you're not getting a W-2 and you're not having monthly tax deductions and all that, you really learn really quick how taxes work, where all your money needs to go. You know, you drop a speaker on your foot one day and have to go to the ER and you get a $5,000 ER bill. I think those lessons get learned pretty quick.
Oh, do you learn how light you are, bro? It's just like it's like being naked in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I know I don't know what you mean, but I know what you mean.
Oh yeah.
But thanks for sharing that too. That's really personal. I mean, I don't, I'm glad you're okay.
Oh yeah, shit, man. God damn, yeah.
Oh, let's go.
The crowd surf is where it's at.
It's safer, and it feels kind of cool.
That's the first time I've ever heard it's safer as an argument, but I love it.
For me, it's been safer, man.
Yeah.
I've been in both situations.
I just way too much now. I mean, they can still get me up there, and I can still make it happen, but a couple years ago, I was surfing them hand waves.
Oh,
something fierce.
Let's go, man! It's like a tsunami type, dude. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah. So have you ever? Did we talk about that? As far as like you like trying to audio record for bands?
Yes, kind of. You definitely asked, and I probably ADHD'd way off topic. So my first recording, aside from the studio, like when I had bands in there, I'd record all of them. You know what I mean? We were trying to perfect the whole stream live bands, and then even more so like have ticketing happen on the stream side, so you don't even have to leave your house. You can just stream the show, invite people over, get a ticket to the stream, and just like the Super Bowl, just watch a concert, you know. That was my big like plan at that time, but that led to me figuring out that my console was nothing more than a big version of this. And I think the first bigger job I got doing that was for an old school band from here called Brotherhood. They're like a hardcore band. You know who Carterized is?
Yes.
So the parents of Carterized are in Brotherhood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Generational San Antonio metal.
Yeah.
But Bauer got hired to run them at Fitzgerald's one night, and I got hired to record them at Fitzgerald's one night. And that's how me and Chris Bauer met. And that's how I came about working at the Aztec Theater. And 90% of it is meeting people and being cool, man.
That's cool, man.
You
hey,
know?
Can I ask for a favor? Can I go for a pee?
Please go for a pee.
Do you need a pee too?
I might have to pee right after
Let's go pee.
Yep.
Hey everyone, exciting news. I've officially launched Riff Visuals. If your band has music videos that are gathering digital dust after release week, I can help you look bigger online with high converting promo content, motion flyers, and rollout assets. It's all about getting more value from the footage that you've already invested in. So if that sounds good to you, reach out to me at Riff Visual on Instagram or direct message me at Nick Tello Guitar on Instagram. I'll put links in the description. Let's get back into the podcast.
I saw a note that I think deserves some attention when I was looking down there, and I think I might have glazed over it earlier, but it is currently one of the most important parts of my job, and that is the snare bomb. That is the snare bomb.
Do they pay you like overtime when you do they pay you like a good commission for every bomb?
No, but it is a flavor, and you got to know how to set it up right, and you got to know how to execute it. But even more so, I'm not gonna. This night on tour was a super epic night because I got a house engineer guy that was super young, very excited, and the board that he had was ass. Right. I'll tell you the city. It was Houston. So we show up at the venue in Houston. I go find the house guys, this young kid. I was like, hey, I've got my own rig. Like, I just need if you just have a left right to the PA, that's fine. If you have a left right, a sub, and a fill, that's cool. However you got it, I need it. He was like, sweet. So I set everything up and I sound checked by that time, typically I pick up the support band on Snake tours too. House guys at that level just aren't that great. So I almost can count on grabbing the support band as well. But I ran them, and the guy was like, man, he's like, dude, my console is such shit. He's like, can I just run the bands on yours? And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So the house one provided by the venue is worse than the tour guys.
Oh, and that night it was, dude. It was like an old, like 7 or 8 channel little dials. It was rough. Analog. It was an analog console.
Those are the ones from like the 90s? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're still early 2000s. Like, it was prevalent still, but still, it's older. So I let him do it, and that part was awesome. But the tactical part of that was that he was newer to the console, and he was like, can you set me up a snare bomb channel? I said, fuck yeah. Set him up a snare bomb channel, and like I thought, my evil genius plan worked. Every snare hit almost was a snare bomb. Like, he was just going crazy with it. So so by the time I got up, I ran my normal set, and everyone was like, fuck, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So it's tactical, you know. I was able to help that kid have an awesome epic night. He helped himself not be as good as me, and then we all lived in harmony and had a great night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that, dude. There's a lot of hopefuls out there, and it feels awesome because one day, dude, that kid might come up and be running fucking Atreyu one day. Who knows?
You know, man. And like, why do they say like getting the timing right? Like, what goes into that?
So what it is you set up a reverb channel that basically you just mute and unmute. So it's always there. That boom, that reverb is there the whole set. It's just muted out. What you do is right before you know an epic snare is about to drop, you unmute it, snare hits, it reverbs, and you only send the snare channel to it. You're not sending your whole drum kit to it.
Yeah.
And then when you unmute it, a magical snare bomb happens, and then you mute it back, and it stops, and you go on running about the rest of your set. The problem is that snare bombs they could be too epic, and then when you hit one, and you're like, oh my God. And in the beginning, you hit them pretty much every snare. And it just gets it's too much, you know what I mean? Younger bands love it, but at a certain level, you got to dial that shit back and be a little more tactical about it.
Because there's different ways to do it. Like, you just hit the unmute button, or do you have to, like, raise it and lower it?
So that's actually a crazy cool question. For Snake, I don't do the unmute method. I throw it myself. So when I'm not using the snare bomb, I have the snare channel selected, and my snare bomb fader itself is all the way down, right? So unmuted or muted, you're not going to hear it. I leave it unmuted because there's certain parts in Snake songs where there might be some more emotional or evil sounding backtracks with some that sort of thing. For those, I want that more ambient snare bomb. Like, I want the snare to ring out, but I want it to fit in the mix. I don't want it to be one of those boom, like a breakdown snare. Mm-hmm. So for that, I might only raise the snare bomb fader halfway, bring it back down, let them play the rest of the song, and the breakdown comes up. Now I'm pushing it up to unity and getting that huge explosion that everybody really loves. You know what I mean?
This is a new thing.
It is a new thing. Are you familiar with Peeling Flesh?
Yes, I know.
The Ping is King?
I don't know their song names, but I do know who they are.
Same. Yeah, Snake. I gotta be real with you, bro. One of the best shows one of the biggest shows I ran Snake at was opening for Peeling Flesh at Come and Take It Live about a year and a half ago. And man, I was stoked because they had an M32 console in there. I had been working with Snake for about a year and a half, and man, I had their mix. I'm talking about fucking. I was just,
That's crazy,
I was
man.
stoked. We get there, we show up, Come and Take It Live's got a brand new console. A fucking Behringer Wing, and I didn't know it at all. So I ran them on I didn't bring my console because I thought they had an M32. And don't get me wrong, the set was decent, but I was not happy with my mix that night. It was probably the biggest show of at the time that Snake had played in the past couple of years, and I didn't biff it, but I just, as an engineer, I wasn't stoked with my mix that night. So this last tour, we ended at Come and Take It, and I was super excited because not only did I have my own gear, but I got to redeem myself from 2 years ago when I thought I had kind of a whack night, and it ended up being epic. But yeah, dude, Come and Take It for Peeling Flesh. That show was sick. But that was the night that I discovered that their engineer had also kind of just discovered snare bombs, and their snare was very high. It was like a piccolo snare, like a ding. So when he added that reverb, it wasn't like a pow. It was like a bing. If you ever hear it, look, Peeling Flesh, the Ping is King. They actually kind of trademarked it. Like, that snare bomb making that ping sound. They've got shirts that say the Ping is King. Like, it's become a whole thing, dude. The snare bomb will go down in metal history as a part of the culture.
Do you know who did it first?
I don't want to say who I think did it first.
No. Okay.
All right.
You don't have
to. It's one of two bands.
You're gonna be wrong. Maybe.
Do you know?
I don't know. Wait. So you're like 99%. This is accurate.
It's either The Ghost Inside or Knocked Loose.
Okay.
I fear that it's Knocked Loose. But if they're not the first people to do it, they're definitely the first bands to make it like a staple part of their show. You know what I mean?
Their sound guy, maybe, no? Or was it just them?
100%. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
It's called Outlaw Light.
Dude.
It's like, you want to compare it with, like...
It tastes German.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it German?
No, it's from Colorado. I don't know if it's German style, but it's a Colorado beer.
It has like a Hefeweizen type of taste.
Yeah, that's why I like it too. You can get it at almost any HEB.
That's fucking good, bro. HEB, my dude. That's the real gem of Texas.
I haven't finished yet. Dude, you can get a 24 for like 16.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like affordable good beer?
It's affordable good beer, yeah.
Texas, dude.
That's a Colorado
beer, but HEB has it for affordable.
Have it, yeah.
Nice.
It's cool, man. I like it. I've been getting that for like the last year.
It's a good percentage too, man. Like, too many times I'll get on a roll with a good conversation like this, but I'll have a cooler full of these.
Oh, yeah.
And that can go bad.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you're gonna be the I was gonna say I don't even know what I was gonna say on that, but no, for sure. But I'm glad you touched on the snare bomb before I
Dude, snare bomb.
I would have forgot.
Huge part of the metal scene. I'm telling you, it's gonna end up when we're older.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a cultural thing that people talk about.
Because I think it's for me. I think during COVID is when it got kind of big.
I think that's exactly right. That's about when I started. And I remember seeing the video. I remember about COVID time frame, there was a festival style video of the Ghost Inside, and it was from the drummer's perspective, right? And it was something like one of those, what does it look like to be at a Ghost Inside show? And it was right at the top of a breakdown. It's like shun dun dun dun, pow, and that snare went off, and I was like, damn, just sit back in the seat. And from that moment on, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was fucking everywhere. Now, I don't know if the Ghost Inside capitalized on it before Knocked Loose could, or if I just missed the Knocked Loose video, because they be throwing them too, and they're fucking superb.
I gotta be honest. Mm-hmm. When I first heard it, or maybe like the first show or two, I didn't like it.
You weren't a fan? Mm-mm. Maybe I just saw the perfect video, because I've also heard ones that I hate.
But now I look forward to that.
Yeah.
This is like when Kearns came, recently.
I fucking love Kearns,
This is
dude.
the point that I look forward to every breakdown that they're doing.
Which venue? Where'd you go see them? Was it Techport? Okay. So but
I've seen them a lot of times.
But were you at the show where they were in the rock box room and it was so full all the way to the back that there was 3 mosh pits going on? There was a pit behind the front of house booth.
Was this last year?
It was year before last.
I probably would. Yeah. No, yes. I was at that one too.
Bro.
Yes.
That was a sick show.
Every time they come over the last 4 years, I was there.
That was a good year. Dude, I remember I had, all right. I don't know if this was one of your questions, but if a question was to come across of the craziest show that I've seen in the past 4 years, hands down, not even close, when I first started working at Rockbox, they put me on Paleface in the Rockbox room, and I've since had them in Big Vibes and got to do that whole thing, hey, hope y'all are good, I'm stoked to see the show, and it was sick. But that one year when they were in the Rockbox, I remember standing at front of house and looking forward, and it was an abyss of bodies. I mean, whether it be 15 plus people crowd surfing at the same time to the 3 to 4 massive pits that were going on. It was truly a moment where I was like, what the fuck? This is almost out of hand. One of those. It's that moment that everyone wants to be at a show.
I imagine. But yeah, like I'm saying, I wasn't a fan of it. Now, it's what I look for.
Right. The snare bomb. Right.
But then again, for me, I suck at adjusting to new developments in music.
Same. I'm real caught in my ways, dude. What is your favorite, what do you like?
What do I like?
Yeah, who are some of your favorite bands?
Parkway Drive was
Brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, that was another one of the first shows. My commander from Korea flew out. We saw Parkway Drive, Currents, and Memphis Mayfire at the Techport Arena 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Sick show.
I was there.
Parkway fucks, man. We ran into the singer from Living Hollow, Dylan. I had them out.
See that right there?
That's dude.
That's from that show.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's nasty. That's sick as fuck.
I'm really bad with money, so I went to their VIP.
That was good. Touche on that. Was it sick though?
It was awesome. They're really nice people, man.
Oh, they always are, bro. I'm telling you. Well, not always, but most of the time they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
They say you don't want to know your idols too much.
You like Under Oath?
I like Under Oath.
Yeah? Yeah. You ever heard The Almost? Aaron Gillespie's side project? I had them at Rockbox with Emery one year.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was a real don't meet your heroes moment, man. I hate to say it.
But I want to hear because let's just say it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth, and it's okay.
Maybe he was having a bad day.
Could be. So I'll start at the beginning. I saw Under Oath in 2008 at the Mayhem Metal Festival, and it was dude, it was sick. It was them, the red chord. You ever fuck with the red chord? Mm-mm. I'll send you some shit later.
Okay.
It's so dope. Walls of Jericho, Slipknot, Dragon Force, Disturbed.
Oh.
Like, it was this huge lineup. Suicide Silence with Mitch. Sick. God, they killed it. But who are we talking about?
You're talking about Aaron Gillespie.
Under Oath played that show too. So they were the opener band, but on the main stage. So like the rest of the festival happened, and then at like 8 o'clock, everything switched to main stage. So you had 8 o'clock happen, all the side stage shut down, Under Oath, main stage, right? Then it was Dragon Force, Disturbed, Slipknot. And it was sick. Great show. Under Oath, though, I had always been a fan of that, like, drowning in my sleep, you know, that shit. And I was stoked. I mean, I'm glad I got to see him. Overall, decent show. Aaron's vocals, though, like the whiny emo vocals, they just weren't on that day. Like, it really missed the mark for me. It ended up putting a horrible taste in my mouth throughout till now. And what I'm going to tell you next is only going to further that with Under Oath. So, like, I loved the band, saw them live, and it totally turned me off. I mean, it's just one of those things. It happens. So I start over at Rockbox, and at this point, I was the PM. And we have Emery, and we have the Almost. And Emery is the headliner, so they sound check. Josh Head was super fucking cool, their keyboardist and producer. Wow. We really hit it off, had a super fun night. But I came around the corner, and Aaron Gillespie, the red-haired drummer, was doing a project called The Almost that he fronted. He was the acoustic guitarist and vocalist, and then he had a band with him. And I was stoked. Dude, I came around the corner, I saw him, I was like, Aaron, I was like, what's up, man? And he finger-fucked my face. Like, I'm talking about like this.
Okay, it wasn't a middle. It was the Karen finger.
It was the Dumb and Dumber... like that.
No fucking
and
way.
I was like, I was like, you know? And he was like, I'm on the phone. I was like, okay. It was just like, let me know whenever you need me. So I go to the audio closet, and I'm, at this point, I'm just kind of listening to like whatever he's talking about. And he's talking to somebody about how everybody in Under Oath needs to move to Nashville, because if they don't, they're not serious about music, and they're not going to make it. So I guess over time, Aaron Gillespie has become a Nashville bro that moved out to Nashville and has all these side projects, and just wasn't super cool to interact with. Now, he is one of the only ones. Like, I've had a really good track record with meeting my heroes, if you will.
Yeah.
But that one wasn't. That one wasn't so good.
I know he's been on a lot of podcasts.
Lately?
I thought he lived in Austin. I don't know why.
Did he move?
No. He probably didn't. I'm just being dumb.
Oh, he's very Nashville. He's very.
I can see that.
I
can see that.
Extremely.
It makes more sense now.
Yeah. However, I've noticed the same thing you have. I've also been seeing him on like a lot of podcasts lately, talking about Under Oath. Weirdly, you know. But what are they doing? Are they doing anything massive or coming back or whatever?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about him for a minute.
I don't follow Under Oath a lot. My friends do, but I don't that much. Not that I hate them.
They had those couple records in the beginning that were literally unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like Crabcore era type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was thinking about this too. Like, if there was a point during this where I could ask you a few questions.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah.
So one of the ones that I've been kind of dying to know, because once we scheduled, I've been watching everything, seeing everything. Like, I saw you talk to Kill Lonely, Sab, right? Is it Sab or Seb?
It's Sab. Well, his real name is Sebastian.
Makes a lot more sense.
But his he calls himself with an A. Sab.
Got it. Okay, so I had as prevalent as they've been. In fact, one of my other best friends from the city here is Hondo from Lone Star Massacre.
Oh.
And they did a little tour with Kill Lonely last year for an amount of time. I don't know if it was a weekend or a week. But I remember I was stoked because one of my bands from Maryland, For Fear Itself, was coming into town. I ended up running them at the Starlighter, and Kill Lonely opened. Mm-hmm. I didn't run Kill Lonely that night, but their set was fucking sick, dude.
Wow.
Like it was a good set. It was a good night. It wasn't a huge turnout, but I got to kind of bullshit with all the bands on the bill, and I saw that he was on the show, so I watched that and saw what he had to say, and he's pretty spot on about the scene, you know.
Yeah.
So with that being said, when it comes to San Antonio metal specifically, because there are good bands of all types out here. What's one of your favorite local metal bands?
Local?
And I'll raise you, and why?
How local? How small are we talking?
All right, you're going to start talking about life cycles and UABB. All right, so, okay, Me Too, first of all. Shout out. You know what? Huge shout out.
I like how you read my mind.
Yeah, huge shout out to Life Cycles. They're in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Have you been seeing their social? They're fucking killing it, man.
I'm jealous, man.
Dude, Sebastian was one of my audio techs over at Rockbox, and
Wait, no way.
yeah, he's a great audio engineer. He's a
Okay.
phenomenal audio.
I've been talking to him, and he might come on. We'll see.
Get him on, man. I saw
Yeah.
you had Luis on.
is
He
cool.
was a bartender, bro. I love Luis. Their whole crew is tight, bro. They've got such a good family thing going on. And then, I don't know if you've seen System of a Brown, too.
Oh yeah.
Bro, they fuck. That's when I think about San Antonio local scene, so it went UABB. I don't want to jinx anything here,
Okay.
but it seems like it's gonna be Life Cycles.
No, I told you saw. I think you saw.
All they got to do is deliver. All they got to do is finish this tour. Did you see they added on a U.S. leg
Yes.
with Silosis?
Yes.
So they're gonna
It's
do
crazy.
They're gonna do that. If they just deliver from this point on, they're in, dude. And their shit fucks. Death from Above fucks. I know that was Jeremy. Shout out Luis. I love you. I also really love the song Death from Above.
Yeah.
The shit fucks.
Jeremy's cool.
Jeremy's super cool.
I said hi to him the other day.
Where'd you see him? Rockbox?
Rockbox.
Yeah. Is he still over there bartending? So you were asking me earlier if I still go over there and stuff.
Oh yeah. You know what to say? You're bringing it up, man.
It's because we're there, dude.
Okay.
This one's pretty funny and semi innocent.
Okay.
So after all of that, Snakefather had a show in Underground. So I was like, okay, I know that there's a possibility that shit might not go the way that I want it to go today. So I went to Smoke Sky Bar.
Let's go. How many bullet vests did you bring?
Right. I should have brought more. Went over there, had a whiskey. I come over. First person I run into is Jen. Jen Holt.
Oh,
and
wow.
she's like, and later on, we'll talk about this before, you throw anything. Okay.
Yeah. No.
She's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, I mean, Snake. I'm here to run Snake. She was like, I don't think can do that. And I was like, okay. So she went in, confirmed that the ruling of the leader was that I could not run Snake that night. But if I wanted to pay and come into the show, that I could do that. So I did that.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you said Smoke Sky Bar.
So I went there because I was pre-gaming to go run Snake over across at Underground. Because you know how, dude, Smoke's right across the street from Underground.
Yeah.
So I did that, went over to Underground. That's where I ran into Jen. And she was like, yeah, come on in. You can do the show or whatever. So I paid, got my parking, paid for a ticket, came in. Dude, I love Snakefather. I'm going to support them however I can. So I went in and did the whole show thing. And had a great night. No incidents. Left Guar in the big room at Vibes. And I didn't quite know if I was able to go or not. But I'll just say that I went. I spent money at their bar and supported the cause of Vibes and the Rockbox and Vibes Underground. And I hope that they do very well in the future.
It's good we catch it on camera.
Yeah, there you go. So that's how that goes. And that's how it'll continue to go. I'm gonna go there for shows. I love the music they have there. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
they're the biggest metal club we have in the city, and I will always go support the bands.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I'll leave that.
No, for sure. I mean, I don't know what went down, but I mean, that's their clientele. They want someone who wants to support.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And I guess I'm going to roll right into my second question, which I think is directly applicable to sound and shows. Have you ever went to a show as a consumer, like you said earlier, that really doesn't know the intricacies and stuff, where you are like, damn, like this sounds bad? And then vice versa, what do you think the best sounding show you've been to has been?
I will say 2 for your first question. There's 2 instances where the
On
sound...
the bad side?
The bad side.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And again, I don't know anything.
Are they notoriable bands before we go into it?
One of them was...
Okay, let's start with that one.
One of them was a smaller band, but I don't think it was the band. I think it was the house.
A lot of times. Yeah.
So the first band was We Came as Romans at Boeing.
What year?
I think like 2 years ago, like in 24 or 23.
No way. Okay.
At Boeing.
Yeah.
Because the bands before them and after them it was like in your face. Them, it sounded like the sound was flat. It like ends right here. Like you couldn't.
Oh,
you couldn't,
it was like you were in a tunnel. Like it was distant.
It felt like there was like a wall.
Okay.
And you couldn't feel the music that much.
Yeah. Wasn't as much of this.
Exactly.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And my friend said the same thing too.
When it's corroborated, that's when you know it's real.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was with them.
I love We Came as Romans. It's not anything
Same.
against
Oh yeah,
that,
no, same.
you know?
And I've seen them a lot, and I know that their set can sound awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But however, I also know people can have a bad night or not be with the band yet. So I don't know when this was, but I know that We Came as Romans front of house guy. His name is Sam Kirby. And I've had him at the Aztec a shitload. He also who else does Sam run? I think he might have used to run Body Snatcher, and then one of my other buddies out of Dallas, actually Dirty Dallas Dave's buddy,
Let's go.
Steven Dion, took over for Body Snatcher. But dude, Sam runs a lot of bands, and it could have been anything from he wasn't their engineer yet to maybe he had a bad night. But no, I mean, hey, all info is valuable info, and if you heard the band and it wasn't up to par, that's what it was. You know
if you know him, you know he's good. That maybe he had an off night.
But
I don't know if it was him.
It could also be that he wasn't hired on with them yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It could have been anything.
Hell, for all we know, that show could be why he did get hired on. You know?
You never know.
Like I said,
I'm glad you said that.
The bigger bands go out, they have a bad night with the house guy for too long. Now they want to hire an engineer. That's how it goes.
Yeah, this is the podcast, The Benefit of the Doubt.
I like that.
AKA not trying to get in trouble.
So while so bad, that was your main headliner bad. What was the second bad one?
The second bad one was at Burleson Beer Garden.
The only show you've been to there?
Yeah. But it was outside.
Okay.
It's outside, and again, it was.
Wait, so did they have like an outside inside thing going on?
They had one stage inside. They had one stage outside.
Okay, got it.
And the inside was okay. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't see anything that was going on in there. But like outside, towards the end, I forgot who was playing. I don't know the band. I don't remember who was playing. I just remember they were running something that was kind of wireless on a tablet. They were doing that type of game. Again, I don't know anything, but
was all right. I got you. I think I know exactly where this is going. Was it bad?
Nah.
Or was it?
Dude, this was kind of a while ago. I'm trying to remember. I just remember that.
But you remember leaving and being like,
At least for that set.
Yeah.
At least for that set, because me and the guys next to me and who I don't know, we're all strangers.
Yeah.
And we're like,
sounds bad.
Something's going on here.
That sucks.
I think I don't remember what it was. I feel bad even bringing it up because I can't tell you why.
I know what you mean too. It's like you don't want to talk shit about anybody, but at the same time, it sounded subpar.
It's not even that. Like I can't really give you the reason why. It's like that's why I'm so like. I want to give you the reasons, so it could be at least somewhat critical, but at this point, it's like not critical.
Well, we have the basics, so swap over to all-time, I don't want to say all-time best sounding show in San Antonio.
I mean, again, I'm biased because I love Currents, but I think it's Currents, man.
Yeah, Currents fucks, dude.
I just like it.
I think Currents might actually make it to like a Lorna Shore type of level.
I just feel like a lot of bands I see are just good, so like I can't like pick one.
Yeah.
Parkway, Currents, even bands I don't like.
That actually tells me a lot. You're there for the vibes.
For sure.
You're there for the music.
Like even
and
if
the
I don't
vibes.
like the music, if the audio is good, it's okay. Like that's not even it. I just feel like it, just like anything in life, it's if once you mess up, that's when I'm gonna notice, or someone else will notice that I messed up.
Right. As long as everything goes to general plan,
For sure.
you're there for the flow.
For sure.
Yep. No, I get that. When I go to shows, that's how I am. You know what I mean? I do love my buddy Rhett when he comes in. Dude just has he comes in and pulls out a bunch of money for merch and buys merch for everybody. It's awesome at the local shows because he'll buy the local shows out of their merch.
Nice.
It'll just be like one of everything, whatever size, and it's just super fun, man. I love to support, especially when I can tell that those bands have a fire going on and that they're hungry. Snake, dude, it's a matter of days before they end up getting some sort of sick offer that they will then decide through performance and social media nowadays whether they take it to the limit or not. And I think they will, man. It's a great group of dudes. And there's a lot of bands out here like that. In Reverie, that's another great band out here. Immortal Execution,
Are they out of San Antonio or Austin?
In Reverie?
Yeah.
San Antonio.
Okay.
Yep. Mondo. Do you know Mondo? Mm-mm. He played guitar for Imbalance. Actually, he played guitar for Snakefather for a while. But he's the guitarist for In Reverie, and then his wife, Celeste, is the vocalist. They're sick, dude.
That's pretty neat.
They're fucking good. They're good.
Dude, how was your bake sale?
Good! It was good.
That's good.
It was good. There's a lot of dynamics there, man. Like, I want nothing more than to try to find my way to help the local scene here.
That's cool.
So when me and Tino from Immortal Execution went out in Converse and did the bake sale, we got about $60 in like actual bake sale sales.
Yeah, let's go.
But then what we found was we were hitting people up, telling them where we're at, and they're like, dude, I'm at work, I can't make it, whatever, but I want to donate.
Yeah. Oh, that's even nicer.
And I was like, well, great, because my big thing is I'm going to do 3 different things. I want to show the bands out here how to make money. One of them is the bake sale, even if it's just trickle in dollars. The other one was a GoFundMe, so everyone that called in and was like, hey, I want to just donate instead of doing the bake sale, I put in the GoFundMe side of the stack. You know what I mean? And then the last thing we're going to do about a month before the show is we're going to get stickers for every band. And the band that sells the most of those stickers, we're going to do I want to say $1,000.
That's crazy.
And it's close to where we're going to be able to do that. I want it also to all come from fundraising funds. But I'd like to do a special present for the venue to be determined, and then a $1,000 Hermes giveaway to the band that sells the most stickers. So they can go, if they need a console for an in-ear rig, they can do that. If they need more in-ears, they can do that. Whatever they want to do. And then I was actually thinking, we can decide throughout releases and whatever how we want to do this, but I would love nothing more than to have Riff Lounge cover that shopping spree.
That'd be kind of cool.
You know what I mean? Kind of team up on it and see how crazy that gets.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it at the Starlighter, the show. It's going to be April 26th, and right now we have a 6-band bill, but we're kind of molding that to permanence. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for the announcement of the bands, but that's the idea.
So what do you want me to do?
So when we do the show and we figure out who sold the most of the stickers that we're going to do for each band and who got the giveaway, I would want to meet up with you and that band at Hermes the day that they go do the shopping spree, and then just, kind of film that whole thing. That's cool. Film them going through, talking to everybody there. I haven't got a confirmation yet, but it's possible that Hermes might actually meet me halfway with funds for the shopping spree, so it could end up being a little more than what we think. But it's either way, it's going to be a super cool thing that I really hope catches on, even if it only catches on a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of, which brings me to an issue. There's a lot of keyboard warriorism going on right now, and I feel like
someone's got to fight the fight.
Someone's got to fight the fight. I feel like, but I feel like that fight has turned into
a cat fight.
I have a band. what combination of words can I put together online to make my band above the rest of the bands? And it's not about that. It's about being present at the shows.
Yeah.
Being a part of that family of people who consume music because it's what they love to fucking do.
For sure.
You know what I mean? A lot of people say, "Oh, it's about the music. It shouldn't be about the money." But they say it in the wrong way. Like, they also don't go to shows. You know what I mean? I really want to see, and it's hard because, again, San Antonio has had a successful scene. So people are kind of, they're shooting beyond that these days. And that's great. You should be shooting beyond that. But you should also reserve a local scene community that I want to say, man, if I had to, Life Cycles has killed that.
Yeah.
They've killed that part of it.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a being there with good music as people are searching for something new in the wake of Upon a Burning Body, or if it's the combination of that and then having things like System of a Brown that also work in their machine because it's all the same members. That once you go to a System of a Brown show and you hear Luis or Sebastian talk about, yeah, check out our other band, Life Cycles, even the trickle down from that. You know what I mean? It's all one big musical machine. And I think that contributes to, if not almost all of the success, definitely a lot of it.
Yeah. For me, personally, what got me into it, before the podcast, maybe a year or 2 years before, I went to go see them open up for Upon. It was at the Christmas show.
Yeah.
And Left 4 Dead was there. I don't know if you were at that one.
I was at that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Left 4 Dead. There was maybe one more band I couldn't remember, but it was Left 4 Dead, Life Cycles, and then Upon.
Grieved.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I remember that show very well.
Yeah, it was fun, man. And I show up. I don't. Again, like I didn't know of Left 4 Dead at the time. I didn't know of Life Cycles nor Grieved.
Dude, Left 4
So I
Dead
just
is
showed up whenever I
making
showed
some
up.
Waves, bro.
Yeah, I know for a fact. Absolutely. But again, I show up like not knowing any band except for the headliner.
Yep.
So I show up early enough for Left 4 Dead, and then they put on a crazy show by itself. Aesthetics.
Yep.
On point.
Yep.
The jerseys, the Cowboys, the whole
They
thing.
crush it at the two vocalist thing.
They
too.
do, yes.
They crush that, dude.
And they just mesh well, and like they're a fun time. Like you don't even have to listen to the music. You just watch what they're doing.
Yep.
As a deaf person, you're gonna have a good time.
Well, and not only that, yes, but then when you do add in the music,
Yes.
like it's got that. It's that perfect. A lot of the deathcore guys hate it, and a lot of the metalcore guys love it and hate it because it's got that perfect balance of melody and bounce. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
it's very jumpy, man.
It's very party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Party,
I love those guys. I love Left 4 Dead.
It's very dark, but party at the same time.
Yep. And you know what's crazy? Obviously we're sitting here drinking some beers and that's great, but another thing about Left 4 Dead, and I got to be kind of careful when I bring this up because at the end of the day, the music industry is a very substance-based industry, right? I have been, and the only reason I feel comfortable talking about this is because I've been seeing Isaac specifically posting about it and his sobriety, right?
Yeah.
I could not be more proud to see a younger crowd of people that not only are making the decision to live in that sober mindset, right? But then to try to go out and be vocal about it and influence younger kids around you. Don't get me wrong, young kids, I am going to enjoy beers and pot until the day I die, for sure. However, it is a problem for some people.
It is.
And I've been through similar things, and it's extremely honorable for Isaac specifically to be as vocal as he has about his journey through all that.
Is he still? I don't think he's still sober. I think it was just more of a 30-day.
In that case,
But Luis has been sober for a few years now.
Now that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
Super proud of Luis, and I did know about that. Back to Isaac, if I'm wrong, when I see you again, I'll buy you a beer. We'll cheers it.
Yeah.
And we'll do that whole thing.
30 days
and
by
if
itself
it
is
was
crazy.
a 30-day thing and you held yourself to that,
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. I definitely didn't do dry January, so you know.
I could be wrong.
Cool, but you are right about Luis though.
Yeah.
Now that one I know for a fact because I've like had personal conversations with him about it. Everything from me blazing out back at Rockbox and him coming, hey, what's up? Nah, man, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect.
For sure.
Nothing but respect.
And Joe Dragic. He's sober too. Dragic.
I also had that conversation at Paper that night, actually.
I did a 30-day dry January like a few years ago. It sucked.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's so not only does it, again, like I get it that people get things out of it.
Yeah.
Awesome for you.
Yeah.
For me, it's just a period of time where like I'm grumpy and it's not about an addiction thing with me. I just want to relax a little bit at the end of the day. And I'm not willing to give up a month of that for, you know?
For me, it made me realize the same thing, but it made me realize that drinking is a waste of time. Following that, it made me realize how productive I can actually be.
It is a waste of time that you put there yourself because it's a waste of time that, fuck, this sounds like an ad.
It just feels good.
Those are my next two words.
Yeah.
It feels like such an addict thing to say.
It is.
But
we are.
At the end of the day, man, I mean, why do we go to these shows?
Exactly.
You know, it feels good. It sounds good. It feels good to be a part of the community. There are people out there that can socially drink. You know what I mean? And it's really hard. You know that suicide and like substance abuse
I've heard a lot about that.
Is a huge problem, right?
Yeah.
So it's tough for me to have these sort of conversations while I sit here with a delicious Outlaw Light. Shout out Outlaw Light. And try to speak my case on why I'm stoked about people not drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But
looking at that next
we got a lot of stuff going on down here.
We hit Brutal. We hit the bake sale. Oh, I see something.
A lot of these are just generic stuff.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's just more filling type stuff.
Well, dude, then fine. Third, or no, not really. Third, and probably, like, my kids will be hitting the bed here soon. I need to probably dip it in the next half hour or so. But
that's cool.
Last question for you, though. I had another question for you. So, through all of your interviews, have you learned anything about the scene that you were surprised about? And in the way of, I can only imagine that you started to do this because you love the music and you want to see the inner workings of it all.
Yeah.
Right? Have you learned anything that you were actually shocked by or that stood out to you as something like, oh, I didn't realize that, and now I do?
I'm going to give you like a little insider secret. So if there's anyone that wants to do what I'm doing and you want to take my job that doesn't pay.
It doesn't.
It does not pay.
It is a labor of love. At least right now.
But if anyone wants to take this small little throne, whatever this is, whatever
it is a cool
whatever
throne.
You want to call it.
It is a cool throne, though.
I will say that and this is very selfish of me to say.
No, hey, they're your goals.
I mean, a lot of bands just want to promote themselves, and I mean, yes, it might be obvious to a lot of people, and they should want to promote themselves.
I think we're coming right back to the scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're at a point now where the bands in the scene, because we've already been through that phase of we're a bustling scene. So now all the bands are kind of skipping that, and they're like, I want to promote myself to the level where I can rise above the rest of the bands in the scene.
Which again, like, this is not like the biggest podcast. It's not even a Rob's Metalworks. Like we're not like numbers wise, this is peanuts. But I'm just letting you know, like, I am just so grateful to be in this position right now that I have the potential to like really see where this is I don't know what's gonna happen, because dude, right now I'm like 6 episodes ahead. Like, I have 6 recordings that I haven't released.
Nice.
Because I was playing like the scarcity mindset. Yeah. I was like, let me just get as much people as I want. Sure enough, I'm okay right now.
Yeah.
I can't tell you in next year maybe no one's gonna want to be on the Riff Lounge. I don't know. But
I don't see that happening. And I only say that because I have been in your chair on this. For 2 or 3 years, we were doing exactly this. Like, we were interviewing all the bands, we were bringing them on and talking to them about the scene. And one, I'm not from here, so I just feel like even as much as enthusiastic as I was about it, it missed some type of mark with the local guys here. And don't get me wrong, they love that there was an interest in their scene. They love that. But at the end of the day, I also have my family interests and my business interests in mind.
For sure.
And I think that it was a rough time for me to try to do band interviews and stuff like that while trying to generate revenue. You know what I mean? Because that stuff, especially on the local level, gets sniffed out immediately. And because of the promoters that they deal with on the regular, it can easily become a fight. It can easily become a Facebook battle that nobody fucking wants. Or Instagram or whatever. And for that reason, I got immediately out of the whole promotion thing. And you know what? Earlier you asked me what really turned me towards sound. I was already headed that way. But after I saw what the booking side was really all about, I was really confirmed that I was going to focus on sound. You know what I mean? It's really tough. And it's tough for the bands. I mean, they've got to deal with the promoters just like everybody else does. At the end of the day, they have to try to put themselves on shows that will get them in front of people that are going to listen. And the only way to do that is to reach out to the promotional teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And you got some venue. Have you been to Fitzgerald's? You said you have?
Maybe once.
Yeah. Been to a couple shows over there. It's not horrible. But the city has its favorites. You know?
Yeah.
And I think right now, the Rock Box and Paper Tiger, I think for a long time, the Rock Box and Paper Tiger have been the two. But I think right now the Rock Box might kind of be the city spot.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
I mean, that's very kind of you to say that you're not even there anymore.
Yep,
But,
it is what it is.
But I mean, then again, Majestic, Aztec, Empire, they all have a historic name. They bring in everything from multiple genres. Rockbox is, I mean, they have a lot. Don't get me wrong, Rockbox has everything in between too. But Majestic they bring in like old bands, like classic bands.
Yes.
Names that our grandpas used to listen to, our dads used to listen to. So they're gonna carry that.
Yep.
They're not going away.
Yep. No. Hell no. Hell no. And then they'll take all the other stuff too, and then you'll have Aztec, and you'll have Techport. Definitely
cool,
is not going anywhere. Yeah,
dude. That's a whole nother episode, bro.
It really is, dude. We could get into the production side of that, and you'd be like, "Holy shit!"
My God,
but I love that place. Techport's nice. That'd be a cool little out on tour. I don't know if I'd go work there as like a hometown venue because it's literally like an hour away from me. But I'd love to roll through there on tour, dude. The system in there is sick,
dude. Yeah, they got phone chargers too, which is kind of nice. But that's beyond that's a whole nother thing.
But that's the big thing, like you said, whole nother episode on Techport for sure, dude.
Yeah. But this is really, really fun, man. I really appreciate you coming on. Again, you don't have to do this.
Yeah,
I think I try to get you on sooner, but you're busy, man. It's crazy.
It was a mix of the busy and I was
everything,
busy.
man.
Yeah,
it's everything,
I didn't know what your aim. Was
okay.
You know what I mean? And after trudging around the local side of the city for the past 5 years, I discovered that a lot of people work with each other, and I'm happy to interject myself into whatever conversation about sound people want to have, but I just had to feel it out. I had to feel out what was going on. And then once I saw Isaac and Luis come on, and you're literally
Isaac, thank God for Isaac. Thank God for Luis is cool. I love Luis. Everybody loves Luis.
Yeah.
But for the podcast, Isaac came before Luis. I'm sure I could have asked Luis and he would have came on, but it just happened like that.
Yeah.
Isaac came first. Before him was my friend Alex, who lives here, and which I'll tell you. I think
I saw that one too. Yeah.
I'll tell you more about him. He's really nice. I saw him. I said hi to him earlier today too. But Isaac came on. Isaac not knowing probably who Alex was. Clifton Miles coming on because
I saw that one too.
Because of Alex. Alex, my first guest. It's crazy.
What's Alex's last name?
His last name's Longoria.
I have run across this dude.
He sells houses too.
That is a sick ass house.
He sells those. But yeah, that's him. That's what he looks like.
Okay. Dope.
You've seen him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Everyone from early on, like my first 4 or 5 guests, dude. When these videos were shitty as hell, bro. Like the quality was bad, bro.
You're just trying to like get it in.
I think audio was okay. The audio was pretty good, but
I haven't noticed any audio.
But the film was like not that bad.
Rough.
It was not that good.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. I'm so happy that they just gave it a shot or just wasted their time or whatever, bro.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming on too. Everyone's gonna love this one.
Sure.
Personally,
yeah, for sure.
First, I'm gonna watch this at least 10 times, bro.
I appreciate you having me out, man. It was definitely fun for sure.
Yeah, man, dude. I spelled your name right, Mark Tomlin.
Let's see here. Oh, I didn't even see the huge sweet ticker. Yeah, no, that's right.
Cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right, Mark. Thanks for coming out, bro. I love you.
Hey, absolutely. We'll see you at some more shows.
Absolutely.
All right, now
Let's go.
it's time.
Let's go. Woo!